A recent report has brought a lot of attention to how incredibly arrogant Kevin Costner is. The biggest story in The Hollywood Reporter was about a fight on the set of Yellowstone, but it also shows how sure the actor and filmmaker are that everything they come up with is great. This makes the fact that he admits the movie is a mess an interesting footnote. Costner became famous in Hollywood with the Untouchables and Bull Durham. Then, in 1990, he made the improbable happen with Dances with Wolves, which won the Oscars for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay, as well as 4 other Academy Awards. Costner directed Dances with Wolves for the first time. He also produced and starred in the movie. Because he didn't have much experience and had to put part of his own money into it when he couldn't get a large studio to finance it, it looked like the movie was going to fail. But the seemingly crazy idea of filming a prestigious Western epic came true, and Dances with Wolves was a huge hit at the box office and with critics. So of course, following this, Costner could pretty much do whatever he wanted with a blank check. Albeit after acting, not directing, in the hits Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves and The Bodyguard, Costner's work as a producer would become the stuff of Hollywood mythology, albeit in a horrible way. Waterworld, directed by Kevin Reynolds, was once the most costly movie ever made, but it was a huge failure. The Postman, directed by Costner, was also a failure. Costner's now famous Horizon, an American saga project, came about because of this kind of thinking after years of normal ups and downs for an actor. Mr. Brooks, which was made by and starred Costner and directed by Bruce A. Evans, was one of the more interesting movies to come out during that time. Demi Moore, Dane Cook, and William Hurt are also in the psychological thriller about a serial killer. The movie is about Earl Brooks, a businessman from Portland who has a secret life as a serial killer. Mr. Brooks also didn't do well at the box office and got mixed reviews. Costner told the Oklahoman a while after the disappointing release that he thought it had potential, but that the story was primarily messed up by other people. Costner stated, "That movie was mangled, handled so badly. And that was a sequel and a trequel. I know a pretty cool way that movie ends. He keeps living his life because it keeps going. You know, it's not a big business deal, but to me it's still a trilogy. There was talk of making a sequel to Mr. Brooks, but Costner didn't want to work with the same people again, even though the movie became more popular after it came out in theaters. It has the potential, but I have to pull it away from the same people who messed it up." The Yellowstone star goes on, "Because now they're really starting to hear about it. They're saying, 'Wow, we could do a second one.' And I'm saying, 'That's how I showed it to you, you jerk, but you basically threw it away.' After the second week, you couldn't even locate ads for it in the paper. I thought it was a terrific movie from the United States. Costner is still planning to release the rest of Horizon, an American saga, but the rest of the industry is not so sure. It's funny that Mr. Brooks had a lot better fate than some of Costner's previous efforts.